I I did hit the button this time. It says I'm live. All right. Um. So if next hour you want to, in your advisory group, you have nothing else to do and you got great grades, you can rewatch this video to relive your favorite first hour of the whole entire day. Oh my God, you just came up with a great idea. Yeah, you're welcome. You guys could watch like funny cat videos or something on YouTube, or you could watch our practice test again, or maybe crab rave. But either way, we have time cards for some employees. What you do is look at all of these employees and the hours they worked. At first glance or looking quickly, Marilyn Reaver works all 8-hour shifts. Is that correct? Yes. And then we have 2.5, 1.5, 1.5 for overtime. Does that sound right? So, regular hours. She had 10 days at 8 hours apiece. That's 80 hours. And then 5.5 hours of overtime. So 80 hours times her rate of pay of 12. 80 times 12, I believe, is 960. Is that right? Is it 960? Okay. 960. And then 5.5 times 18 is, I don't know. How much? 99. Okay. So the total hours that this person worked was 85.5 for a total earnings of, what is it? 1059? 1049? 1049. So this person has an earnings of 1049 for that pay period, that 2-week period. Let's do our buddy Chuck. I think all of them are 8-hour shifts, right? Then we have a 1.5, another 1.5, and then a 2.5. 18 to, oh no, sorry. So it's just one, right? Okay. Thank you. So this person worked 80 hours. 80 times 9 is 720. And then got 5 hours of overtime at $13.50 a piece. So that would be what, 70, 80 bucks? How much? What's Charles's overtime? 5 times 13.50. 67.5. Good. So he worked 85 total hours for a total of, what would that be, 787.50? 787.50. So that is Charles' time card for that 2-week period. Last one, we got Faye. It looks as though Faye worked 8-hour shifts for both weeks, and Faye got 1 day of overtime, and it was a total of 1.5 hours. So Faye has 80 hours of regular and 1.5 of OT. 80 times 11 is 880. 1.5 times 1650 is 25 or 26. $24.75. Thank y'all. So total hours worked 81 and a half, and total pay 904.75. Good. So the whole front page is adding up people's hours, multiplying by their rate of pay to find how much money they have earned. Next. Also, make sure you do these in order. So the next one says, complete the payroll register. The date of the payment is April 16th. Use the withholding on the chart. Use 6.2 and 1.45. And we're going to go. So we have Marilyn Reaver, Charles Wright, Faye Little. Marilyn is employee number 14. Charles is employee number 11. Faye is employee number 16. Marital status. Marilyn is single. Charles is married. Faye is married. Allowances 134. Now we have to do their earnings. So Marilyn's earnings. Again, these are coming right from what we just did. So this is Marilyn. Here's her earnings. Overtime or regular 960, overtime 99, total 1049. So regular 960, overtime 99, total 1049. Yes. Didn't I say 1059? This is why payroll accountants are so important for accurate records. I am not one. 720, 6750, 78750. Then we have 880, 2475, 904.75. So those are her earnings, his earnings, and her earnings. Next part, we have to, bless you, do the federal income tax. So let's do the first person. Marilyn is single, withholding 1. It makes 1059. Single, withholding 1, makes 1059. Boop. Looks to me like 107. So Maryland's federal income tax withheld 107. Let's do Charles's next. Married with 3, 787. Married with 3, 787. Married to 3, 787. Looks like $15. Not a whole lot of withholding for Charles. And then Faye We have married with 4 allowances making 904. So married, 4 allowances making 904. That's going to fall right here. $6. Yeah. So the federal income tax, you always use the chart. Social Security tax, what do you use? 6.2%. What about Medicare? 1.45. And we take this from the total earnings. So, oh, Josh Winkle is watching. Hand model. Josh Winkle says, hand model. I know, they look like super like short and stubby. So anyway. Thanks, Winkle. All right, so we got to do some math. Here is the total 1059. Times it by 0.062%. And let's see what we get. $65.66. Next up, $787.50 times 0.062. $48.83. And the last one, 904.75. $56.09. Anybody have any issues with that? Pretty easy, right? Right. Next up, take the totals, multiply by the Medicare. Medicare is 1.45%. 1059 times 1.45% is what? Somebody help me out here so I don't have to do it. Just shout it out. It's like $14. 1536. Okay. Next up, 787 times 1.45 is how much? Yeah, it's not 11. Is someone doing this? Come on.
That one is
1142. I guess so. All right. And then the last one, 1.45 of 904 is what? Good enough for me. It says no others. So there's no others. Total. Add up all of your deductions. Someone give me the total for Maryland. Burns, you give me the total for Maryland. Carly, you got the total for Charles. Ben, you got the total for the last guy.
for Charles.
Oh, was that net pay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Total
67.25.
Yeah. The one above that is 188.
And then what's this one?
75.
Okay, there's our deductions. So, last thing you do, take earnings total The 188.02. Take the earnings total minus the deductions total. So he made 1059, withheld 188. So what is the net pay for the top person? $870.98. Next person, 720 something or other. 720.25. And the last person, what's the last net pay? 829 what? 54. Thank you. So this is your payroll register for your 3 people. What's that? It's column 3, the total earnings, minus column 8, the total deductions. So how much they made minus all the taxes. Yep. All right, we're getting there. Next, prepare a payroll check for Charles. Check 501. Sign it as your name. Record the payroll check number. So Charles. So we're writing a check to so Charles Wright. Make sure that you're writing the check to Charles Wright, not to the payroll account. In the work together and application, you write a check to payroll, then payroll writes it to the people. They're cutting that middle step, so we're writing it directly to Charles. So this is for April 15th or 16th? April 15th, 2019. His check is for how much? $720. So you write it out in numbers, you write it out in words. 720 and 25 100ths of a dollar. And then you sign it up. That is the check portion. On the check stub side, so it's April 15th, 2019. Charles' earnings straight from the payroll register were what? $787.50, and that comes from regular of $720, $67.50. Deductions. So all of these numbers come directly from the work you did on the backside on the payroll register. You're literally copy and pasting these numbers from the payroll register. We'll see you on Monday. We're not done yet. But thank you. No, we're not done yet. Okay, last instruction. Record April 1st to 15th payroll. Accumulated earnings for March 31st are 4,360. He is a clerk. His social is 555. Quarter ended June 30th. So now we're filling out his earnings report. So Charles Wright, comma, Charles. Middle initial is K. Charles is currently married. Withholding 3. His employee number is 11. He's married.
Sorry, Charles.
Rate of pay is $9 an hour. His social was the 555, 55, 5555 or whatever. His position is clerk. For the pay period ended, or for the quarter ended, notice this line says for the quarter ended, quarter ends June 30th. So June 30th, 2019. His accumulated earnings are 4,360. That goes up here in accumulated earnings, 4,360. That's how much money he's made this year so far. 4,360. And then we just need to record his April 1st to April 15th pay info. So ended April 15th. And then his regular was 720 for the third time now. Yeah. So all of this numbers come directly from here, the pay stub that we just did, or from the payroll register. You could pull it from either one. It doesn't matter. Two more things to do. Update his accumulated earnings. Earnings are before taxes. So he's made 4,360 so far, and then makes 787.50 in this pay period. So somebody add those two up, please. 4,360 plus 787.50. Tell me what you get. 51.47.50. Nice. The last thing. We paid Charles with check number 501. So on the payroll register, where it has Charles's information, way at the end, the last column says check number 501. That reminds you that the check has been paid And if you need to look back and make sure there were no errors or whatever, you look for check 501. You want to look through every single check you've written. You want to look through every single check you've written to Charles. Just check 501. So that is payroll taxes and payroll accounting. This one should be a nice, easy finish to the trimester as far as accounting stuff goes. Peace out, YouTube.